You know the saying, who pays for burpees anyway? Well, it turns out I have plenty of nutters who do. I'm GB1, coach, energy dealer, planner of pain, and proud ringleader of the best kind of fitness chaos. This podcast isn't here to promise abs in 6 minutes or sell you magic sweatbands. It's here to give you the real stuff, what it actually takes to get fitter, stronger, and stay in the game long enough to enjoy it. Today's episode is all about training smarter, not harder. Because throwing yourself at every workout, maxing out every session, or copying what some influencer did on their roof isn't always the path to progress. In fact, it can be the fast lane to frustration, burnout, or a pulled hamstring when you pretend it isn't that bad. We're going to break down what training smarter looks like for everyday people who want to feel better, move better, and still have a laugh while doing it. As always, you'll hear from a few of our legends. There's Persil, small but mighty, and somehow the first to volunteer for every brutal finisher, despite being our unofficial injury magnet. Then there's Queen of Faff, leading the 2025 class attendance leaderboard, mostly through chatting, giggling, and stretching sessions out with pre, mid, and post-workout faff. And then in this episode, we welcome Miss Dynamo, part rocket, part chatterbox, and currently flying through her fastest running streak yet. So let's crack into it. Chapter 1. The problem with beast mode. There's this mindset that's crept into fitness culture, and it's as stubborn as a burpee at 6 a.m. The idea that unless you're dripping with sweat, collapsed in a heap, or utterly wrecked, you haven't actually worked hard enough. Beast mode is glorified. No pain, no gain, still lingers like a mouldy smell following a bad protein shake. But here's the truth. Training hard doesn't always mean training smart. And if your goal is long-term progress, not just short-term bragging rights, then intensity without intention is a fast track to burnout. We've previously spoken of Persil, a small but mighty powerhouse who always goes all in, lifting the heaviest, holding a 6-minute plank and cracking one-liners between sets. His effort is undeniable. But even Persil's intensity sometimes brings along niggles, tight shoulders, sore calves, and occasional elbow grumbles. That's what happens when every session feels like a test to be conquered and recovery takes a back seat. On the flip side, Queen of Faff keeps things lively with her endless chatting, water breaks and cheeky detours mid-workout. She's the master of consistency without the intensity, attending more classes than anyone else, but jokingly only doing yet a quarter's worth. Her presence fuels the community and proves that showing up matters just as much as going hard. Danger in chasing beast mode every single time is missing the bigger picture. Training isn't just about how wrecked you are post-workout. It's about giving your body what it needs to adapt and improve. When every session is maxed out, you risk overtraining, injury, or simply burning out mentally. Fitness culture often celebrates the grind, the sweat-drenched selfies, badges of pain, and relentless hustle. But rarely do we actually applaud the smart sessions, the days you chose better form over heavier weight, or rested when your body whispered, enough is enough. Those sessions are the true engines of progress. Having Persil's drive around is electric and infectious. His passion pushes everyone, but even he's learning the value of scaling back sometimes. Strength isn't just brute force, it's knowing when to push and when to pause. If you've ever felt guilty for not going all or nothing, or skipped workouts because you didn't feel beast mode enough, this chapter's for you. Training smarter means embracing the long game, working with your body, not against it. Later, we'll meet Miss Dynamo, a shining example of quiet, steady progress, proving you don't have to be the loudest or fastest to achieve incredible results. But first, let's explore how consistency, even when wrapped up in a little chaos and faff, keeps us moving forward. Chapter 2. The Power of Adaptation. One of the best lessons fitness teaches us is that progress isn't about slavishly copying every move. It's about adapting workouts to fit your body, mindset, and life. Take Queen of Faff, for example. If you know her, you'll know burpees are not her favourite. In fact, she's been known to declare war on them with a good dose of cheeky protest. She throws her toys out of the pram with great velocity. It's a sight to behold. However, rather than skipping burpees altogether, she's created her own version, the inchworm. It started as a gentle crawl forward, keeping the burpee spirit alive without the same level of pain. However, over time, her inchworm has evolved into a slightly tougher inchworm with a press-up thrown in. Progress in action. She's not doing the full burpee, as the rest of us might, but she's showing up, moving and getting stronger. It's the perfect example of training smarter, not harder. Her modified burpee might raise a few eyebrows, but it's a smart strategy that keeps her in the game and still builds strength and endurance. Plus it fits her style. All the movement and energy with just enough faff and banter thrown in to keep things fun. What's more, others in the group have started following her lead, creating their own variations to suit their fitness levels and goals. It's inspiring to see how her cheeky adaptation has sparked a more flexible approach that helps everyone progress in their way. An adaptation like this is crucial. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency and sustainability. The workouts we do don't have to look identical at anyone else's. They just have to work for you. When you stop trying to be perfect or to go beast mode every time, you open the door to real progress. You start celebrating those small wins. Inchworms turn into inchworms of press-ups, extra reps, better form, or simply showing up more often, even if it means some faff along the way. So whether you're a Persil pushing heavy weights or a queen of faff inching your way through burpees, the key is to keep adapting, keep moving, and keep having fun. Chapter 3. Training Smarter. Practical strategies for lasting progress. Right, let's clear something up. Training smarter isn't just about finding easier versions of tough moves. It's about working with your body, not against it. At GB1, that's the heart of everything we do. Science-backed coaching filled with joy, designed for the long haul. One of the biggest secrets to lasting progress is respecting recovery. Your body needs time to repair and grow stronger. Pushing hard every single session without breaks is a shortcut to burnout and injury. That's why planned deloads, lighter weeks or days, are a key part of any smart training program. They reset your system, help you come back stronger, and keeps motivation high. Think of it like charging your phone. You wouldn't run it down to zero and expect it to work the full speed next day, would you? Form overload is another core principle. It's tempting to chase heavy weights or max reps, but poor technique leads to niggles and plateaus. Focusing on perfecting movement patterns builds a safer, stronger foundation and lets you add load gradually and sustainably. It's like building a house. You wouldn't put the roof on before the walls are sturdy. Smart training also means tuning into your life outside the gym. Stress, sleep quality, work demands, or personal stuff all impact how your body responds to training. Some days you'll feel fired up and ready. Other days, it's okay to pull back. Swap a hard session for active recovery or just adjust your goals. Remember, fitness is a marathon, not a sprint. And sometimes you've got to jog with a cuppa rather than sprint with a shot of espresso. Another part of training smarter at GB1 is variety. Our classes change day to day, keeping both your body and mind fresh. This variety not only stops boredom creeping in, but also challenges different muscles and movement patterns, which helps prevent injury and builds balanced fitness. No 2 days are the same, so your progress stays exciting and well-rounded. This kind of flexibility isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It keeps you consistent over months and years rather than burning out after a few weeks. When you learn to listen and respond to your body, you create a sustainable rhythm that delivers progress and enjoyment, and consistency beats intensity every single time. Going back to the Queen of Faff's burpee adaptation, this is a perfect example of this mindset in action. Instead of forcing herself into something too hard, she's found a version that fits her current ability and energy. Yes, it might look different, but it's just as valuable. She's proof that sometimes progress means doing a quirky inchworm with a press up and still coming out on top. After all, nobody ever got stronger by throwing a tantrum over burpees, did they, Queenie? At GB1, we don't do all or nothing. We coach real people with busy lives who want fitness that lasts. By blending science, smart adaptations, and a sense of fun, we help people build strength, confidence, and resilience that sticks. As I like to say, if you can laugh while you sweat, you're already winning. Training smarter means embracing the journey, with all its ups and downs, and trusting that steady, thoughtful effort wins the race. So forget the burnout culture and the go hard or go home nonsense. Here, we celebrate the small wins, the clever tweaks, and the just getting through today mindset. Because in the end, It's those little steps that carry you all the way. Chapter 4. Miss Dynamo and the results you don't see coming. If there's one person who embodies quiet consistency in the long haul mindset at GB1, it's another legend, Miss Dynamo. She was once a decent runner who then took a break for a couple of years before restarting her journey with GB1 Fitness. When she first came back, she ran her first parkrun in about 36 minutes. Okay, nothing to scoff at, but far from her best. Fast forward to today, and she's recently smashed her personal best 5k time with an impressive 22:36. So that has now easily surpassed being just a decent runner. Miss Dynamo's journey isn't just about pace. It's also about commitment. She was our 2024 class attendance champion, turning up more than anyone else, week after week after week, rain or shine. And in 2025, she's currently holding strong in second place on the attendance leaderboard, right behind our resident queen of Faff. So she has shown some serious dedication over the last 2 years. That kind of progress and commitment isn't about overnight magic. It's about patience, trust, and showing up. Even on the days when motivation is low, Miss Dynamo's story proves it's never too late to come back stronger. And that consistent effort over time pays off in ways that surprise even the most dedicated athletes. A little bit more about Miss Dynamo. I'm lucky to call her my run buddy, my dodgy backstreet Parma Violet dealer, and someone who can whitter the paint off a car faster than you can lace up your trainers. Beyond her impressive pace, Miss Dynamo brings a mix of focus and fun to every session, reminding us all that fitness should be as enjoyable as it is challenging. Her story is a testament to the power of gradual, steady progress. When you string together a week after week of effort, the results just sneak up on you. One day, Miss Dynamo looked at her pace and realised she'd left her old running self far behind. But it didn't feel sudden because the changes were built quietly behind the scenes. Fitness isn't a fireworks display. It's more like a slow-burning candle lighting way over time. Miss Dynamo's journey reminds us that patience is a muscle too, and it needs training just as much as your legs or core. She also shows that consistency doesn't require perfection. Life happens, motivations dip. That's okay. Miss Dynamo's style is more show up, have a laugh, do your best, than a train like a robot. She understands fitness as a lifestyle, not a punishment. Her progress challenges the myth that you need crazy hours or grueling sessions to improve. It's about smart, steady effort. She might joke that Parma Violets keep her going, certainly keep me going, but the real fuel is her willingness to keep moving, no matter what. And her approach is infectious. Others are following her lead, not by copying everything she does, but by embracing the idea that consistent, imperfect effort beats occasional intensity. Miss Dynamo's quietly changing the game, 1 mile, 1 smile, and 1 massive witter at a time. So if you're waiting for a big aha moment in your fitness, take a page from Miss Dynamo's book. Trust the process, keep showing up, and don't underestimate what you're building beneath the surface. You might not see it right away, but trust me, the results will come. And when they do, you'll surprise yourself more than anyone else. That's it for today's episode of Who Pays for Burpees Anyway? Hope you're feeling inspired to train smarter and not just harder, and to celebrate the progress you make no matter how small. We've heard from Queen of Faff, tweaking burpees to suit her style and leading others to find their own pace. And Miss Dynamo showed us the power of steady commitment and how consistency beats intensity over time. Remember, fitness isn't a sprint or a contest. It's a journey that's as much about patience and fun as it is about sweat and effort. Find what works for you, listen to your body, but keep showing up. Next time, we're diving into Who is GB1, where I'll share a bit about myself, my story, and how GB1 Fitness came to be. Plus, you'll get to hear more about the quirky characters who keep this community what it is. Until then, keep moving, keep laughing, and keep owning your progress, however it looks. Thanks for listening. If you liked the episode, give it a quick shout out or drop a comment. It really does help. And if you want to join us for a free trial and see what GB1 Fitness is all about, check out the link in the bio. Catch you next time.